So much went on in that time and so much enjoyment.
I was lucky enough to come into the club as a 17-year-old and enjoyed 13 great seasons here.
Once you're a Bears fan, you're always a Bears fan. Once it's in your system, it's just like a drug.
I don't remember the exact feeling of not being included and that might be the end for the Bears. I sort of got a sense of it in around mid-98 that there were some options that the club were considering, which certainly weren't concrete. Playing at North Sydney Oval every week, they were looking at other options.
We were quite passionate about the relocation to the Gosford, and the club had done a tremendous effort in getting a tremendous stadium. Unfortunately, it wasn't finished on time because of the rain to be able to capitalise on that. But yeah, we had good ideas that we were going there, but we didn't have that great a season on the paddock, which was not a very positive thing for us.
Yeah, definitely merger was there being mentioned along the way, and that obviously made it hard. It's really hard to focus on what was going to be happening this week in regards to performance when you had all of that going on and the uncertainty around where the club was going to be and what the future held. That you've seen it over the years, that impacts performance enormously when players are unsure about what the future holds.
60-6 and an afternoon for the Bears that could be summed up as a catastrophe.
$4 million was nothing. It really hurts when I saw this. I had to have it, but it's just one of those bad memories now.
We never had any rich sugar daddies who were there going to come and bail us out. And I was chairman of the Lees Club as well, and we were at our limit of being able to get any more money to help the Bears on its journey. So we got a little bit nervous about what might happen.
It was really tough. There were really tough meetings because we were talking about the livelihood of men and husbands and fathers who weren't sure if they're going to get paid next year, and that was hard.
It's a shame that it all sort of became the end so quick. It was. I didn't see it coming as quick as it did.
The merger with Manly, but it was all concocted. People wanted that to happen. We were sold down the tubes. Even our own management sold us down the tubes.
Manly wasn't an ideal purpose, but if you look at it on a business strategy, having North Sydney, Manly Warringah and the Central Coast as a catchment area is pretty good.
Bears forever, Eagles never. There was on the hill, the signs everywhere. There's no way in the world. We hate Manly, when we don't nothing to do with them.
If you look at that round one game at against Newcastle at Gosford, it was sold out. There was enormous support for the team, and the team won, and it was the start of something exciting. But when the team stopped winning, then people start wanting their old team back.
Andrew King might get a regather. Yes, he's done it. He's Houdini.
As you could probably tell, it was a pretty dominant Manly-based relationship, particularly just visibility. You look at the team, you look at the colours, so I guess that translated into the boardroom, and in the end, the licence reverted back to the Manly Sea Eagles.
I'm very sad at what's happened, and I suppose it was on my watch and I have to wear some of that, but I tried my best, and it's a bit like fighting a heavyweight champion. You can get knocked out, but at least you fought a heavyweight, and I think that's what the Bears did.
I played in an enormously successful era here at the Bears, and then you live off the back of that, I think, for a long time, but life goes on, you've got to move on as well.
There's plenty of value that we could still add to the competition, from a heritage and a historical perspective, from a commercial perspective, from a rugby league perspective. So, and I hope that they'll see the value in the traditional clubs and what they can bring and what they can still bring to the game.
It's an absolute original. It was my favourite jumper ever. Used to love watching Bill Hamilton come out of there in the second half wearing this jumper. If we were able to come back, you would never see so many happy people in all your life. There'd be people that are just out there everywhere that still love the Bears.